I need to know if you'll give me a second chance. They don't come around often, but please, you know I can't stand it when you don't talk to me. When you don't talk to me, yeah. There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it, no, I can't hide it anymore. Seem to get you off my mind, and I know it's true, and I'll say this to you, I want you back. There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it, no, I can't hide it anymore. Something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it, no, I can't hide it anymore. I need to know if you'll give me a second chance. They don't come around often, but please, you know I can't stand it.
I don't know why it does that constantly, every time it updates. But I'm also trying a new angle with my camera. Let me know if this is too weird and if I should put it back to where it was. But hi! It's Sunday and we're done with Alan Wake, so I wanted to play a new Sherlock game. This one is older than Chapter 1, the one we played previously. So the graphics are going to be much different, but it's got really high ratings, so I'm excited to have fun. I think this one is more of a composite game. I'm not sure. I think there's like 6 different cases. I think that's what the description in Steam said, but I could be wrong. So yeah, let me know how you feel about the new angle, if you're excited, what you're up to today. The game audio is not playing because I'm clicked out of it. This game is kind of infuriating in that once it starts going, I can't click off into something else. And I'm like, why? Why are you like this? Anyway, new game. All right, I should also... I should make sure the captions are on. God, this is really funny for me for some reason. Wiggins in the BSI. That's hilarious. I found sufficient clues to accuse the suspect. Ooh. Man, John, you startle easily. Ow. What are you doing, you lunatic? Let me... It won't... This is really frustrating. I can't... Let me... Thank you, God. I don't know why it's not picking it up. Yeah, the joy of older games. Why isn't the audio working? Let's try that and let me know. Let me know if that's too loud. Do you have earplugs in or something? Stop shooting inside your house, you dumbass.
Stop, Holmes.
Yeah, the music is hilarious.
You, Watson?
Yes!
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade.
I like the
What
text
is it
that's
this
popping
time?
up on either side of him.
He can see me. Well,
Nope.
here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
Well, yeah, that's a very piratey name.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah, everybody's like, what
I
the
missed
fuck,
4
Sherlock?
out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
No.
Am I the only sane one here?
Yes.
I suppose
You should be used to that by
Watson is
now.
wise, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you
Powder
at Woodman's Lee,
reserve?
Mr. Holmes.
Like gunpowder?
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
Excellent. I should do more video editing, but I don't know if you can tell behind me, but projects. Lots of projects. First, tap to open the casebook and check your current progress. Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, born in 1845, and so 50 years old. He achieved great success in whale hunting in Scandinavia. Retired in 1884, eventually moving to Woodman's Lee. I had some soup. Tis soup season. God, the camera is so high.
My analysis table. It is useful.
Why? Oh. Inspect the crime scene at Woodman's Lee and select a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe. Enjoy the Strat at Woodman's Lee. Go. Anatomy study. Nice.
This is where I keep my post.
With a knife through it.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised Elementary Sherlock doesn't have a pile of
Mess,
newspapers.
What a terrible mess.
What are you doing just standing in the
You
corner?
go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Accurate to
A
most
map
of your life.
London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
These pop-ups are very funny for me. Oh, you can go in Watson's room. Because Sherlock has no boundaries. Watson, your bed is tiny. You're like not a short man. That is a small bed for a man your size. I guess all of your beds are that size. Crime and Punishment. I love that apparently you guys are reading the same book. Makeup table. We get to do disguises in this one too? Unbuttoned suit. Casual suit. Yeah, I like that. Black suit. Ooh. That's a nice vest. Brown suit. Brown suit would be nice. Green suit. Gray suit. Ooh, look at that vest. Light suit. Bandit outfit. I think these are locked. I can't wear them. I appreciate that we have all these disguises. I think I want the brown suit. I don't need to go to makeup table. Have fun cleaning up my mess. I know I'm a dick. Well, he knows he's a dick. I just don't think he cares. I don't know why he keeps really wanting me to open tab. These camera angles, though.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
These camera angles are extremely silly. Ooh, first person.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
How else will you know something spooky is happening?
Mr. Holmes?
Can't go into shed. I love that there's just a rowboat in the garden. That happens around here a lot, but like, also never mind, was gonna say, also, I live on an island, but, England is also an island.
It seems that the garden...
I can't
is
walk
well
through the
maintained.
garden. That's annoying. There's another shed. Who needs two sheds?
Mr. Holmes?
Hello.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Weird.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually, whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
I mean, what else do they have to do? Oh, zoom.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes. Life with Peter was never easy.
Interesting thing to say to
He was
somebody.
still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Never
Oops.
mind.
I was not paying attention. Can I do that again?
You have in...
Yes.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes.
I should pay more attention to the game,
How
huh?
do you know about that?
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That
gummy
must have
bear-
evidence
gummy
of the
bears.
rosary in your hand. The shortest route to the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
He gets that a lot.
Thank you, madam.
Gummy bears. Can I read your book? No. Boo. This is a very cute little cottage. Like, goddamn. Can't go in though. I don't know if this is a game that has like stuff hidden in the corners.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Apparently he thinks that's very important, and he has to say it in 3 different places.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
The door
What'd you
is
have for
locked.
lunch?
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter.
His body's been sitting there since yesterday. I can see why she's upset about that.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
The extreme head tilt. Why can't I click on it? That's weird.
Mr. Holmes?
The circle is not lighting up for anything. Is something broken? Oh.
These scratches are fresh.
Thanks.
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Now, a mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Eggs and waffles around noon. Apple with a caramel dip. Nice. I had sausage and cinnamon toast for breakfast. Found some. Oop. Oh, that is rough.
What a terrible way to die.
Yeah. I found some chicken and apple sausages that have like 4 grams of fat per 3 sausage links. So I was like, 9.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
There's something missing here.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps. Hammerfest. Dundee. It's a whaling map.
I love that I had to click on those 2 locations to be like, oh, it's a whaling map. Okay.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Isn't Black Peter also in one of the elementary... Oh, you haven't watched Elementary. What am I talking about? But pretty sure it's also in one of the Elementary episodes. They find the logbook of Black Peter. And he's a pirate.
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8. Old navigation instruments. Nothing interesting.
But what are the bottles? Although I'm like, I'm just going to take these boots.
Harpoons for hunting whales.
And that was clearly what he's run through with.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
The Sea Unicorn.
Someone drank from this glass recently.
And there's 2 of them.
Someone drank from this glass recently. Rum. A sailor's drink. It seemed that
Spiced
Captain
rum is
Carey
delicious.
was enjoying a drink before he met his death. The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work. This aroma is familiar.
What is
But
happening?
To recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Okay. Interesting puzzle. Oh god, I messed everything up.
Yes, this is a course device, and very popular.
That puzzle was really silly.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible.
Again, there are 2 glasses on the table. He was clearly having a drink with somebody.
The weapon fully... Peter Carey... This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body.
So he probably tried to use it to defend
This
himself.
handle is plain and solid. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
I love when I figure it out a second before the game just explicitly tells me.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook. The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Can I open it? Yeah.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Is that everything?
Peter
Ooh. An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempt will be repeated. Okay.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Organize an ambush. Find a use for his boots? I can talk to somebody about the tobacco pouch. And I can talk to somebody about the outline in the dust. Alright. Lestrade.
Well, Mr. Afoot, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last
We
night's
are.
attempt
He's
to
not.
break in.
Oh, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha. So what do you propose?
Crouch on the roof like
We
a
shall remain on the
gargoyle.
outside
Jump
near
on
the
them when they
window,
come up.
where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Where do we go? What do we do? I wasn't paying enough attention.
Mr. Holmes?
None of you have anything interesting to say? Where are we supposed to go? I wasn't paying enough attention. Okay, go in the house still. Let's just lurk over here, then we can clearly see the shed and no one can see us. Can I talk to you about any of the things I found?
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Thank you, madam.
Mr. Holmes?
We need to find a good place for an ambush.
Ah.
Perhaps.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
We're just gonna stand at the back of the cabin and stare through the window. Sure. Super innovative police work, y'all. Oh. Someone's coming.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, don't shush. You know how loud it is when you're the only ones around?
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Sure, bud.
Hold it right there.
Oh, apparently we're going this way.
Mr. Holmes,
Can I?
come and see what we've caught in our
Oh my
net.
god. I would love to if it would let me out of here.
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? Then what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey. But we were here, waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
But first, a nap.
Mr. Holmes?
I want to snoop and eavesdrop.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
All right. Look at all these wanted posters. Multiple of them are for Jonathan Fenton, though. $500 missing diamond earrings. I'm glad the evidence room is just unlocked.
These are the suspect's belongings.
From R. Dawson to my friend and partner, 1883. Yeah, convenient first, not at all
The
concerning.
initials JHN. A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
It is in bad shape.
The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something. But what?
Oh, unless we are supposed to, like...
And partner, 1883.
And partner.
From R. Dawson. To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
Okay, good to know that we do have to, like, click on everything. Staff room? Let me in. I know I'm not staff, but I basically am. Hi, Lestrade. Aw, he locks his door, but not the evidence room, huh? The morgue? Ooh. Is there anything down in the morgue? Look at the smoke just hanging out in here. We got the tools. Well, we could come down here, but we can't do anything down here. Fine, I'll go back upstairs. What's up, punk?
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
His voice is so ominous. Am I the only one that thinks that?
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Nope. Select the correct answer. What am I supposed to...
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then.
But it could be a
hardly in any
parent's
position
ring.
to receive such an item from a partner.
Look at his hands. Ugh, that's a nasty welt. Thin neck. Okay. Might be expensive fabric, but he has patched it a bunch.
So, Mr. Nelligan, Who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
It all happened, your life story?
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go. I'm innocent.
I don't have the power to let you go. I can tell other people to let you go, but I don't know anything about that. Break-in attempts were made in order to recover the notebook that had been lying in a pool of the victim's blood. This proves the guilt of the person who made these attempts. We need to find out whether an unskilled and untrained man could use a harpoon well enough to kill by fully piercing a body. I feel like yes, that would just be the stress. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Probably not. Can I get back into that? How do I do that? I don't know. Knowing Watson, no, he will not be happy to oblige. B, that's how I get there. Okay, yeah, none of the rest of these connect to anything. Yet. Oh, Watson. There you are. Are you ready for me to annoy you again? I just noticed the basset hound in the corner.
Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
He's like, what the fuck?
No.
Nope.
But we do need to clarify.
Are you
what
serious?
happened on the
Nah.
night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case...
I love that Watson
then
just
it alters
automatically
many
knows all the
things.
all the parts of this
I
case.
don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man? Morphologically, I mean.
Gorilla?
I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before, on the Ripper case,
We
I
haven't
believe.
played that one.
Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
No, I want to run
I
it through
wish
with
to
a
impale
harpoon.
one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
The shenanigans. Hi, Bobby.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
Hi, Toby. I love you. Oh, you're such a good boy. Are you just staring us down? Okay, I thought there was a gunshot like as soon as but I guess it was just the sound coming back.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Do we need anything else? Or are we just gonna go to the butcher shop and go get a harpoon?
I
go to the
need to
butcher.
take a harpoon with me.
Okay. So we gotta go to Woodman's Lee first. Why is he still there?
That should do it.
Take
Now
him
I'm
down.
ready for the experiment.
Sorry, miss. Sorry that the police are just leaving his body there. For like 2 days at this point. Thank God for my quick loading computer. Hi, Watson.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much.
That's fair.
What do you intend to do?
To
Stab
indulge
it.
myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson.
You
This
don't
might be
step in the middle of
dangerous.
it.
I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
He's like, but I'm gonna be.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test. Holmes, you should try to aim better.
Thanks.
Throw as hard as you can.
I'm working on it. Oh, this is hard. Oh, I don't have to hold the mouse. Okay. Why do you keep throwing low? Do I have to aim higher? Apparently not that high. Did we do it? Yeah.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
I mean,
Well, yes.
how do we know
Let us
that
leave
he
now.
threw it, though? He
Right.
could have, like,
But before we
rammed
go,
him with
I
it,
suppose you have
right?
to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Probably.
Very well, but please hurry.
He's like,
Of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
course.
Where are we going back to? Some of the facts may be interpreted differently. You can always change the picture of a crime by choosing between mutually exclusive. Required a much greater strength than that of the average man to be able to pierce a man's chest with a harpoon all the way through the wall. A degree of skill would most likely be necessary. 2 men in cooperation might achieve the same result. There's a remote possibility that an unskilled and untrained man could manage to pin Peter Carey to the wall with a harpoon. Okay. Not deciding yet.
Locked.
What am I doing here?
Apparently we weren't coming here because that does nothing for us. Baker Street? Unsure.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
He did say something about his archives. Can we use them? Aha. Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund bankrupt. Nelligan missing. The Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain, and its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. The liquidation of company is a pure catastrophe for many Cornwall families. Joshua Nelligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht, preparing for departure to Norway. Nelligan is wanted by both police and his creditors.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Okay. So it's interesting that there's still the task of inspecting the crime scene. I want to go back there to see if there's anything else we can see and then talk to the widow. Again, somebody cut this poor man down. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything else. That was just the scratches.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
Yeah.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Okay. Only thing I have left to do, is, I think for now, is to talk to the guy. Wonder if they are...
These are the suspect's belongings. These are brief.
I don't know. Let me out, let me out.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his
Hammerfest.
just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress.
Are the codes the securities then?
Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Ship's log for the year 1883 might be put some light on the connection between Peter Carey and Nelligan's father. How do I examine the ship logs? It's interesting that there's page 1 of 2.
These are the suspect's belongings.
So these are the securities then. Do I have to go back to read the ship logs? I thought I took them. I'm confused. There's a lot of traveling in this one.
Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting.
Where were the ship logs? Oh, over here.
1883. That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
James Lancaster, helmsman, Patrick Cairns, harpooner, Pablo Coventrow, harpooner, Ned Land, harpooner, Joseph Walker, steward, John York, cook, Richard Lang, sailor, Simon Weeks, sailor, Isaac Page, sailor, Will Wright, sailor, Benjamin Tinsley, Matthew Granger, Rolf Talbot, Self Fowler, Roger Fowler, Thomas Lawrence, Hugh Paddy, Henry Shepard.
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June.
Thursday.
Nothing unusual.
June 8th, light breeze through the day, saw a whale tail along at southeast. Just at night, 2 more ships in sight. Latitude 27.620 lat. Wednesday, June 14th, moderate wind from the east, saw no whales today. Monday, June 19th, light and variable wind through the day. Saw another whaling ship far away to the north. Strong wind from the south. Will go to north. 1 year ago, there were a lot of whales.
Log notes for July. Nothing special.
Friday, July 1st. Late wind from the north to north-northeast. Saw 2 whales at northeast. Wednesday, July 6th. Strong wind from the north all day. Squally wind from northeast at night. Monday, July 18th. Strong breeze from southeast. York got sick. Saw whale tail at east in company with Allison and Joy. Moderate wind from the east. Saw no whales today.
Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away.
Yeah. Rather squally wind through the day and night. Squally wind from northeast. Helmsman suspects incoming storm.
Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead
Or, any of the...
would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Find the crew of the Sea Unicorn. Wiggins might help find the crew of the Sea Unicorn. He should be somewhere at Baker Street. Don't mind me coming in and out of your house, ma'am. I'm leaving now. Nope. There we go.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Just a second. Wiggins. Pet the puppy!
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of
He's
sailors.
so patronizing.
Sailors?
Fascinating.
Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Why? Are you enjoying your breakfast, sir?
Good gracious, you caught someone.
You're not helpful.
At least...
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
He's like,
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
welcome back.
These are the suspect's belongings. The stains are fresh.
Ooh,
And they can be
marinated
removed
salmon.
with
Nice.
proper chemicals. A pen. Nothing unusual about it. Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5.
Shapes of noses.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the...
Oh,
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Technicalities.
Precisely. And considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
Ooh, yeah, that's a nasty scar. Gardener's hands, but I thought they didn't have a gardener. Handkerchief with a crested tit.
That's all for now.
Hurtley is a stranger who was arrested by the police as a suspicious individual seen prowling around at night near Woodman's Lee. He is a former soldier who left the military with an honorable discharge after having been wounded in the neck by shrapnel. He now lives a quiet life, working as a gardener.
I'm not saying another word.
What am I doing?
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes?
What am I doing now? Can I go talk to his wife again?
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Mm-hmm. She won't even look at me.
Thank you, madam.
There were boot prints somewhere, weren't there? These ones. Can we not examine these footprints more? There we go. Too small.
These boots don't match the footprints.
Perfect.
These boots match the footprints exactly. These footprints appear to be quite large.
Liam Hurtley's boots match the footprints at Woodman's Lee, thus proving that he was there. Judith Carey denies he was their gardener. He also had a note thing that I could probably... A letter that got all smudged. So I could probably remove the residue on it at our table.
need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction.
Okay.
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Okay. Blue.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning.
Okay. How do I start over?
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent. Done.
Yay!
Now I can proceed further.
Glad that worked.
Let us see if the content of this letter sheds a little light upon the mystery.
I did as you asked and hid them well, but I beg you to reconsider.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
Did as you asked and hid them well, but I beg you to reconsider. I swear, and remember our vows. I have done nothing dishonorable for which you blank me. Back to Scotland Yard. I don't have anything new yet, do I? No.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
No.
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Dang it.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
Are you sleeping with the wife? Because otherwise, why would she lie about it?
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
I did as you asked, and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
That expression.
You're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden
His
tools
very
are
blatant
kept
thinking
at
face.
Woodman's Lee.
Back to Woodman's Lee again. A lot of traveling in this game. What are you going to have with the salmon?
Locked. Locked.
Brussels sprouts and rice salad.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam. Let's see what could be hidden here.
Hey. The music.
Let us see what is in this box.
Interesting. Hey. Puzzle box! It was a fun puzzle box, too.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship.
Yeah, obviously.
That is interesting.
Liam, my dear, you have been so good to me all the time that I have known you. I cannot describe these feelings, but I suppose that they are sinful and no good can come from them. I fear what might happen. I fear going against God. I thank you for your care, but I cannot leave the man with whom I have been bound by God. It is his divine will, and thus my husband is the cross that I must bear. He makes my life a living hell, but bruises fade, and you must not worry for me. Aww. This is scary. That's awful. And Sherlock's going to be an insensitive dick about it, of course.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
It's been confirmed that Liam Hurtley was flirting with Peter Carey's wife and even fell in love, but it didn't go beyond the affectionate but harmless letters and words. Hurtley's presence at Woodman's Lee on the night of the murder is explained by his affection toward Judith Carey and the fact that he worked there as a gardener. Liam Hurtley loved Judith Carey so desperately that his jealousy could have provoked him into committing murder. Could have. I wonder if this game is like Chapter 1, where there isn't really one right answer. I hope it's not. Because that was one of my least favorite things about Chapter 1. Like, there has to be a right answer.
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins.
Oh, God.
Let me see.
What is happening to your chin, Wiggins? Hugh Patton, sailor. James Lancaster, helmsman. Patrick Cairns, harpooner. Rolf Talbot, sailor. John York, cook. Pablo Coventrow, harpooner. He died a week ago.
This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now. This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now. This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch.
Yep.
Wiggins, could you gather some information?
Wiggins,
on
your
one of the
face!
sailors that you found. His name is Patrick Cairns.
Sometime later.
We found
We'll
Patrick
skip this
Cairns.
part.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
pouch belongs to Patrick Cairns. It indicates his presence at the crime scene, but it must still be proven.
If
I was hoping to
wish
save.
speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
Dress up time! Alright, where's my sailor outfit? Oh yeah. Oh, what are my hair and hat options? I wish I could see the back of him. There we go. I like that one. No glasses. We're a sailor. Ooh, I like the scruff. What do you think? This one or the scruffy? I think I'm liking this one.
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
Excellent. Good to know that I can just leave and I don't have to wait. Excellent.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling on arm wrestling here.
The accents.
You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
Follow Patrick Cairns' facial expressions to understand his moves. Push, restrain, idle, and plan your counter strategy. Pay attention to your stamina. This is hard. I don't think I'm reading his face correctly. God, this is annoying. Come on. Let me be done. Go, 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 go. Almost there. Go, 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 go. Finally! Oh, that was annoying.
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
I don't wanna.
I'm ready to try again.
Fine.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
Cocky, huh? Games love their shitty minigames. Especially Frogwares. Down you go. Are you done now?
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
No. You owe me
Right,
20
buy me a
shillings.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Then why are you offering 10 shillings?
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, I find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
A harpooner. Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course. It's been a dozen years since I sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger. We sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumors about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar, and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant, and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner.
It's very bright outside right now.
We're coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in a dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
And who was he?
I dunno. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
The missing tin
That's
box.
strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. And those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course.
It is interesting that he's wearing a golden... But that cable knit looks so warm.
Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
The Carzy, huh?
Here it is. Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab.
Captain Ahab.
He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe, if you like, aye.
This poor man is like, man, this rando I ran into at the bar is like the best thing that's happened to me in a while. Pouch proves guilt. Karen has confirmed the pouch belongs to him. This means that he was at the scene of the murder and thus proves his guilt. Karen just confirmed that the pouch belongs to him. This means that he was at the scene of the murder, but it does not necessarily prove that he is the murderer. Okay, I'm not sure where we're going now. We're gonna go back to Break Your Street, talk to John, change our outfit. Then I'll take a brief break, grab a snack, close that because good God, it's so bright. And then see where we go from there.
You met Patrick Cairns, the harpooner. Do you believe he's the murderer?
No. Oh, good. Yeah, we'll wear this.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Ma'am, why are you just standing at your window? That's so weird. Okay. So, brief break. I'm gonna get a snack. I'm gonna close the blinds. And then we'll come back and figure out where we're going from there, right? If I can't get out of here. No guarantee that I can. This game is mean. Alright. Brief break. Be right back.
Feelings. It's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took 'em all and made 'em yours. Didn't know what my heart beat needed. Skipping out, no, I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh. Magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took 'em all and made 'em yours. Didn't know what my heart beat needed. Skipping out, no, I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every feelings. It's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed. Oh yeah.
Okay, short break because I decided I wanted some of the pretzels I bought yesterday, but I have to heat those and the oven has to preheat. So I'm gonna keep playing while the oven preheats. The shaky cam in the carriage kills me every time.
These are the suspect's belongings. A pen.
I'm not saying...
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
I need to deduct a straw, maybe?
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes?
Get nothing here. Maybe I need to make more of an accusation on one of them.
Leave me alone, please.
Okay, I'm a little hung up on what to do now.
It seems that the garden was well... The sea unicorn.
Oh good, they finally took
She
the
was
body
ship
down.
that pe-
I'm confused on what you want me to do.
You met Patrick Cairns, the harpooner?
My analysis. A map of London.
I don't know what to do now.
My...
Don't know what to do. Gonna snoop for ideas. Okay, we did that. Did that. Did that, did that. Did that. Okay. There we go. He murdered Peter Carey. The motive was jealousy and his love for Carey's wife. Okay. I don't have Nelligan's motive. I'm missing something. I wonder if I can use the bond on it.
These are the suspect's belongings. I wonder if these are connected.
Hey, there we go.
No, that's not it. Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
Valuable bond certificates were kept inside the stolen box. John Nelligan could have been caught stealing the bond certificates. This might have been a motive for him to murder Peter Carey. Okay. Both Nelligan and Hurtley are lying, therefore they might be working together. John Hopely Nelligan and Liam Hurtley conspired together to murder Peter Carey. Nelligan's motives were revenge for Carey's theft. Hurtley's motive was jealousy and his love for Carey's wife. There we go. The break-in attempts were made in order to recover the notebook that had been lying in a pool of the victim's blood. This proves the guilt of the person who made these attempts, or Nelligan was looking for his father's papers inside Black Peter's cabin. Explains his presence at the scene of the murder. John Nelligan could have been caught stealing the bond certificates. This might have been a motive for him to murder Peter Carey, or John Nelligan is a victim of circumstance. He does not fit the portrait of the murderer either by physical or psychological description. Alright, this walkthrough says to condemn him, so I guess we're gonna go with this one. The next day.
If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Holmes, could you explain it to me?
As I informed you on our way here, Patrick Cairns is the murderer of Black
I
Peter.
walk so
Why
heavy-footed.
bring me here? Wouldn't it be better if we were out looking for him?
That would be futile, as he will be with us in approximately 12 seconds.
I invited him here.
Oh, well, if this is your idea of humour...
It is, but also
No,
he is here.
I just heard the front door. Prepare yourself.
Good day, gentlemen. A young lad gave me a note from Captain Ahab. Am I at the right address? Is he here?
Indeed, it is the correct address. But in place of your captain, may I present to you Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard?
That means...
It means, my friend, that you are arrested for the murder of Black Peter.
What? What? A trap? You think you can take me?
Here now. We'll have none of that.
And I say that we will.
Well then. Oh, he got me. Oh. Beat Cairns in a fight.
Are you all right? Are you able to stand?
Oh, my
Wake up.
jaw. God. He took me by surprise, Mr. Holmes. Otherwise, he would have seen what I'm capable of. Oh.
Yes, he was lucky.
Holmes was just like,
But you got him.
It was remarkably easy. He lost his balance after he struck you.
You practice boxing, I know. You must have hit him hard. Our fellow is knocked out.
We should call for a police cab and then take you to the hospital.
Yes, well, no need for a hospital. I would prefer to keep this between
you're
us.
gonna have a bruise on your face.
Of course, Inspector. The case is closed.
Welcome back. Peter Carey was murdered by Patrick Cairns, a professional harpooner, the only one capable of executing such an accurate throw. His tobacco pouch was found inside Carey's cabin. He is a cold-blooded murderer. You have decided to bring him to justice. Clues found 16. Conclusion: Cairns is guilty. Moral choice: condemn Cairns. Hold space to check your conclusion. Yay! We were correct. Personality ranking: Justice Seeker. Is this actually going to load? Aye, aye, Captain. Finish the case of Black Peter. Riddle on the rails. Okay, before we start this next case...
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes.
Oh, I'm sure. Now I'm actually going to get my snack, because I had to heat up the oven, but it just beeped at me that it's done. So, snack. Right back. Well, at least snack in the oven.
Feelings. It's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed in. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took 'em all and made 'em yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed. Skipping out, no, I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh. Magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took 'em all and made 'em yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed. Skipping out, no, I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher.
Is it just me or did your Brussels sprouts cook super quickly?
As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is. The one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title of The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock,
Of course he knows.
I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country
10
and
minutes.
the Crown
Solid.
itself. You must help us with those methods.
This is an interesting Mycroft.
Need help. Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the
Legit.
people I choose.
I probably
to
won't
help,
play for too
I can
long.
assure you.
My brain is with the
That's
crafts
the point.
today.
You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if
I
your
would like to do
waistline
one more
expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson.
Quest,
Tea
but
will
we'll
not
see
be
how long it
necessary.
takes me.
Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
Ugh. Mycroft.
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We shall be late for the train.
Look after Mrs. Hudson for us, Toby.
Good boy, Toby.
My...
Do I have to do anything or do I just go outside? Presumably I just go outside, right?
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
1 week later. I hope you have fun in your other plans, though.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I love that he generally shouts that when the two of us are here. Guess it's, you know, you get into the rote.
But, Holmes, the headlight, it's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, Fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
Let's go!
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
My pretzels. Be right back. Ghost train! Who doesn't love a ghost train? I'm not fussing with switching it off. I'll be right back. Plate full of pretzels. Look how beautiful they are. I'm so excited. But now they gotta cool down because they were very hot. The next morning, very early. Hi, so we can't get back to London. Our train vanished. I like that Watson bullied Holmes into a vacation.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
Ooh, the music. Broad gauge locomotives of the Western Railway. I hear a doggy.
First of all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
I love that he just randomly tilts off to the back. Was it this way or was it the other way? I didn't recall.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
Railway sleepers, nothing unusual. Railway sleepers, nothing unusual. A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train.
What is a railway sleeper? Like someone who sleeps on the rails?
The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Holmes is like, this is the best part of the vacation.
What you're getting at. No clues and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising.
Oh, okay.
This
Very weird
investigation
game.
won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
Let's go. A very sleepy town, though.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
Yes.
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Ghost train, ghost train, ghost train. Honorary badge.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
Perfect.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
I love that.
See you later, my good man.
People there doesn't seem to be any lost luggage. I love that people even
Railway
outside of
postbags.
London have heard of Sherlock. That says to all stations, Mr. Robinson is located at Brindlington Station.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
Line Nottingham to London, train liner number 324. Composition: locomotive, coal, first class car, postal wagon, special wagon ordered by Mr. Robinson, second class car. Thanks. Have fun with your friends.
Train set. A telegraph. A telegraph.
Did you say there was a map somewhere? Where's the map? Here's the map.
This map will be useful.
Will it?
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
Warehouse. Ooh.
An old locomotive bell.
The train never came.
This part is probably from a locomotive. This place serves as a storage area for the station. This part is probably from a locomotive.
Hi, Watson. Sorry, I'm like running full tilt into you. Can I talk to those people? No. I don't want to leave. I want to talk to people.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
Fair enough.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. But what kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting.
Fascinating.
You mentioned a problem at Bridlington station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
Great.
See you later, my good man.
The Evesham station master received a message informing of the train's delay due to some issues with passengers at Bridlington station. Okay. Real quick, let me see if there are... if I can talk to these people down here. Nope. Okay.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
You said that already. Well, Bridlington is spooky and empty.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
What's up, my good sir? Work clothes. Cheap ticket. Married. Rough skin.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night, I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it.
Interesting.
And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Of course.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
Interesting. Come talk to you in a second. Oh, Mr. Robinson.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day.
Good day.
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well,
he doesn't
in
care.
that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
He's got an interesting Australian accent, I'll give them that. Look at the belly. Fancy shoes, crocodile skin. Yes, let's make him as stereotypically Australian as possible. I get you. Heavy gold ring.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazes Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this.
Sure you are.
I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damn train.
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you traveling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
This poor man.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean Company.
Interesting. Chilean stay on the train was just a coincidence. The train conductor overlooked them. No. The director of the Chilean Barcazes Company were intentionally left on the train. The controller removed all passengers from the train except for the Chileans. Clearly that.
A telegraph.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions. Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with 2 furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stay here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in
This
the
is
event...
overexcitable
you
kid.
must-
Yes, thank you. I understand.
He's like, yeah. Stop talking. Clean clothes. Instructions. Yeah, he's a new station master. Ink smudges.
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Yeah, that guy just gave me his.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Mm-hmm.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes.
We only got on this because we were
Think of your
bored.
career.
We have no authority here.
That is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
Gimme.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Chesterfield, Lailvay, Itacian. 324 arriving at 03, departed at 030035. Look at his nice, neat little desk, everything in its precise place. Oh.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
Insurance organized by Thomas L. Robinson for his prototype called the Autonomous Electricity Generator. This policy partially covers the loss of the prototype up to 50% of its value. Maximum cover amount £15,000. Insurance duration 1 year, renewable. Okay.
A telegraph.
Don't touch anything, please.
I took the insurance policy because I'm still confused why it was in your office.
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from doing.
I apologize for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
People like you are exhausting.
I see that you kept your grip sack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype. And this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do at all. Station master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
And now we get to snoop through his
This
bag.
Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him.
I will not move from here until I receive my
It's a scandal. An absolute...
Hello there, sir. Can I talk to you? Probably not.
Railway post bags.
Those have got to be important at some point, right?
This gripsack belongs to Mr. Robinson.
Why are you surprised about
I think
this?
we should open it, Holmes. This is what they call force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Thanks.
Of course.
Thanks, pal. Oh, another one of these, huh? Maybe it's just that it needs to connect to any of them. I don't know. Hey.
Look, Watson. A bundle of contracts. Very suspicious. We should study them carefully.
This is an exclusive sales contract regarding the prototype invention dedicated to appliance supplying electricity in an autonomous way. Emmett's an electric company. The buyer understand that they are purchasing this device as is and are in agreement. Mr. Thomas L. Robinson, the seller, is not responsible for any problems that may arise with the prototype after the purchase, whether or not those issues were known by either party at the time of purchase. The buyer is obligated to make prepayment in the amount of 10% of the prototype price in advance upon signing the contract. The remainder should be transferred within a month turns.
An exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract.
This is an exclusive sales contract regarding the prototype invention dedicated to appliance supplying electricity in an autonomous way. Hong Kong General Electric Company, the buyer, understand that they are purchasing this device as
Mr.
is and are in agreement.
Is the seller.
10%. Yeah.
Yet another
Exclusive sales contract.
Mr. Robinson is the seller.
The Chilean company. 10% of the percent. Yeah.
Yet another exclusive. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
Yeah. Robinson is a victim. The loss of the machine is a disaster for Mr. Robinson. Even though he planned this fraud, he has lost far more than he could gain. The insurance will not cover the total cost of the prototype. Doesn't matter if he got prepayment. He oversold a bunk device. How'd you get out here so fast,
This
Watson?
Robinson fellow seems
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
Interesting that we can't confront you with this. Now we know to go to Chesterfield, right? Before I go in there. Oh, never mind. Thought I was being clever. The luggage just piled here, though. That's interesting. What you doing, Watson?
Locked.
The luggage room is locked.
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Do you believe in magic?
Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
No.
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights, and heard the whistle.
There's headlights and a whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
Somebody.
A handcar wheelbase.
Fake train experiment. The dismantled handcar seems directly connected to our mystery. Reconstruct the handcar to see if it can imitate the vanished train. I would like to, if you'd let me.
I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate object here.
Brakes. Okay. I don't see anything else to pick up. No. Oh. Found the last part.
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson. I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle. The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight. The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
The fire
It is
extinguisher.
elementary, my dear Watson. We shall need a fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here. First of all, let us pump the pressure inside the extinguisher. The steam whistle is ready to be used. Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So, such a thing is possible.
Mm-hmm.
If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
Ah, at any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
It's like I'm not traveling anywhere without all of my encyclopedias. The train never reached Evesham. It disappeared earlier and was faked by somebody using a handcar and spare train parts from Chesterfield Station.
Locked. A fishing advertisement.
Advertisement.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
Interesting. And there's no conductor in. Oh, there he is.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
A telegraph.
Somebody is drunk as a skunk.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
What? The 18-hour 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
And that's why his telegraph was such a mess, because he was drunk.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't
Watson's so judgmental.
Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Red nose. Clean clothes. Fishing line. Married. Well, I clearly missed something. Ah. Alcohol flask.
The station master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always wondering what...
Past Chesterfield. The train passed through Chesterfield Station despite our being unsure if the station master sent the report. The train never passed through Chesterfield Station. The station master was drunk and his testimony seems unreliable. He could have sent the report without an insignious train. Okay, well now what do I do?
There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
Yes! Let's do it! They really like these kinds, don't they? That one was way easier.
These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them.
Mm-hmm.
Railway post bags.
Eventually those gotta be important, huh?
You have quite a number of dirty tools lying around here.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you for reminding me. I should clean them. Although, might be easier to put them outside. Seems it might start raining soon.
I meant, what were they used for?
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me. They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line, so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
Mm-hmm.
Who were these workers?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink. And whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English. No, I don't believe so. But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
Mm-hmm.
A fake train. Ha! What a
Okay. Gotta search the archives. That's what we've got left to do.
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly.
Oh my god.
Here it is. There is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station.
Okay. I want to go to this one first, because I don't have any guarantee. Just like keep reading Crime and Punishment, huh? I read Crime and Punishment. I did not. Oh my god, it's so much. It's Russian literature. What did you expect?
The switch is rusted, but it still works. The switch is rusted.
Doesn't seem to be anything else here. Waiting hall. Warehouse. Nice creepy music. Talk to you in a hot second. Look at that man moonwalking. Watson, what are you doing?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff, the station master of this station. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, but there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
Melancholy. He doesn't have the insignia on it. He's not a station master. That logo on his hat's also completely different. He's not a station master.
Did any passengers leave or board the train last night?
No. I saw no one as usual. I reported the train's passage by telegraph. Just the same as all the other nights.
Goodbye, sir.
He's not a station master.
Holmes, look. There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking.
Me too, but there's other stuff I want to check first.
Railway post bags. This post bag belongs to the station master.
Corwell Advocate Agency, Main Road, BR689HJ, Bromley, London. In response to your last warning letter, I wish to assure you that I shall soon honor all of the latest installments that I need to pay according to my debts. Yours faithfully, Edward Duff.
The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
I didn't get to read the letter to his wife. Oh, there we go. My darling, I ask you to trust me this time. I shall soon have more than enough money to repay the house mortgage. It's only a matter of days. You may continue living in the house without me, since that is your wish. Please know that I still care about you and hope that you will forgive me one day, despite all of the harm I have caused in recent years. Yours, Edward. Yeah, this station master is so sketch on a number of fronts.
A funny character. He looks anxious.
Yeah, what was that about?
He is not an Englishman.
Well, he's not white. You don't know that he's not English.
This scent is
Oh my
familiar
god,
to
is
me.
that a sombrero?
But in order to recognize it, I must combine my associations
Game.
into one picture.
Let's just do a sombrero. That's fine, right?
A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes?
No, it's the name of the cigar.
No, Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Turrent, a Mexican cigar of an excellent quality. Quite an expensive one, too.
Newspaper articles on horse
Gambler.
racing, hurdle, steeplechase, and flat racing. He is a true enthusiast, Holmes.
Betting slips for horse racing. The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used all his savings.
Mm-hmm.
A telegraph. This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of
How many
peppermint.
cigars is this man smoking?
These
Also,
ashes
those look
and
like
cigar
cigarettes, not
stubs
cigars.
Are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked. There are others that appear fairly old.
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveler or a tramp.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days at Doncaster Station. Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans.
Those Chilean swine. Oh.
A greenish... These ash...
That...
This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs.
There you go. Where did the nervous fellow go? He simply vanished. Well, I don't seem to be able to do anything about this.
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
I was working in Nottingham, but I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper. I can't really complain.
I observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this small town might have helped ease your addiction, but it was not to be.
I beg your pardon? Addiction to what?
Gambling.
We found a number of horse racing tickets inside your office. Well, well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
Mm-hmm.
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room. Did you notice him?
What? A Mexican? Here in the back of beyond? Are you quite sure about that?
Goodbye, sir. It is obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake.
The train passed through Doncaster Station. The station master reported it. The train never passed through Doncaster Station. The station master lied and sent a false report. Perhaps he was bribed with the money he desperately needed. Definitely possible. Let's go. Check it out. Oh, we could check it out. Maybe I misunderstood.
This railway branch should lead to the quarry. Let us take a look. The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable. The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable. The switch is rusted, but it still works. The railway ends here. That is strange.
Yeah, it looked like these were recently pulled up. The train could have been sunk in the flooded quarry at Doncaster Station. Train cannot be sunk in the flooded quarry because the old railway that lead there is missing some rails. It won't let me walk in the mud. Sherlock is so fussy. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's very clearly nothing out here. If a train had gone out this way, it would have left so much damage. Side railway branch that begins at the railway switch. Examine the side railway branch at Evesham. Inspect the beach area around the lake. Did I not do that? I'm so confused. Well, I can't go off to either of these sides. Oh, beach over there. Got it. Got it. Oh my god. Stop.
There was a building here not so long ago.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
It was disassembled in great haste. It is most odd.
Interesting.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why?
What do your elf eyes see, Sherlock?
Traces. Let's take a closer look. Nothing interesting here. No. The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials.
Interesting.
A fake train. What a clever and devilish trick.
an old locomotive bell.
Clearly we're gonna have to do this at some point, but I think I might be here too early. Again.
This part is probably from a locomotive.
Watson keeps having a moment.
Railway post bags.
Eventually there's gonna be something in one of those.
It appears that there was a small warehouse near your station and that it was disassembled. Why is that?
It was burgled overnight about 2 weeks ago. The police have already started their investigation, but I doubt that they'll find anything.
What was inside the warehouse?
Nothing of value. A few 100 feet of standby rails and some spare railway parts. But it wouldn't be easy to steal all of that. Why would anyone want to?
See you later, my good man.
Interesting, interesting. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of old railway to the flooded quarry. Robinson's motive. The loss of the prototype will bring a lot of easy money to Mr. Robinson thanks to the insurance and multiple fraudulent exclusive contracts. Loss of the machine is a disaster for Mr. Robinson, even if though he planned the fraud, he has lost more than he could gain. The insurance will not cover the total cost of the prototype. Definitely seems to me like he's got motive. Apparently there's more to find here. Because it's still on my thing not checked off. What am I missing here? I'm not seeing anything to do.
Same direction as the railway. I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Don't know what I could be missing. What am I missing here?
The switch is rusted. but it still works.
I don't know.
Mines. This is interesting.
Is that literally all I was missing?
It would be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines.
Yeah, that was literally all I was missing. Go fuck yourself.
Here are the mines, Holmes. They appear to be abandoned.
Yeah, they're not in great shape.
This is an administrative panel. See what it says.
Watson, you are a gentleman, and gentlemen tend to carry handkerchiefs. Might I borrow yours?
And where is your own?
I haven't the faintest
'Cause I
idea.
am.
Very well. Here it is.
Leah Coal Company.
WEA Coal. These mines belong to them.
Okay.
Nothing interesting here. The distance between the tracks is about 4 feet 8 inches.
So different size than...
A lightly loaded vehicle came this way. There is a wooden beam lying on the rails. A small vehicle with wooden beams went down this way.
Okay.
This mine has completely collapsed, Holmes.
Indeed.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am not entirely surprised.
It's difficult to follow you, Holmes.
Yep. Yeah, it is. More missing rails.
Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled.
There's just stolen rails in multiple places. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the old railway to the flooded quarry. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the railway into the mines. Hard to say.
Someone, a few
Paper package.
This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose. Let us look inside. Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
Yeah, sawdust is... very combustible. Kaboom!
Dynamite.
The mines were collapsed to hide the train. The dynamite was used after the train was moved inside. The mines were collapsed with dynamite. Somebody wanted to close them intentionally. Train is sealed underneath the collapsed mine. Possible, but we're not done. Mine guards.
This box must be the safe. Let's open it.
Let's do it. Hey. I'm getting good at those.
The Mexican company Caracao and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help.
Perhaps. But do we really want to talk to Mycroft? We inform you that representatives of the Barcazas group are granted free access from now on. This company is the future owner of the mines. Also, starting from today, a no trespassing rule is upheld against any representative of the Caracao Consortium. The preliminary contract of sale has been cancelled. Do not provide any explanation. This information is confidential.
Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
The man at Doncaster who fled our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Perhaps?
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
Ooh, that's spooky. Oh, it's you. I'm like, oh, who's there? Okay, we're gonna go to the beach. Let's go!
Here we are at the beach.
I don't think I like my angle over there. I want to put it back over here where it normally is.
It doesn't look like a very good place to rest.
That's better. It's way more normal.
These traces were made by carriage. Look. The vehicle pressed this stone into the ground. It would have been quite heavy. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting. Nothing.
Come on.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting.
Why do you keep doing this?
Nothing interesting. Nothing. Nothing interesting here.
God, I hate this one.
Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting here.
Where am I supposed to be
Nothing
starting
interesting
this? What the fuck?
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
And it jumps every single time, too.
Nothing interesting here.
What do you want from me?
Nothing.
This is the worst
Nothing
minigame.
interesting here.
I thought it would be the hand Arm wrestling. It wasn't. It's this one.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
It's not nothing interesting here. It's right fucking there. Just measure between the two tracks. Why do you need... Why do I have to do this? Why? Why?
No. No.
No, I don't want to skip. I just want it to function correctly. This isn't fun, game.
Nothing.
This is not...
No. Nothing. No. Nothing interesting here. The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. The traces found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
An advertisement for lake cruises. An abandoned gypsy caravan.
Uh-oh.
This place was abandoned fairly recently.
That looks like blood. But we're not going to mention that at all, I guess.
Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level dropped. The lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached.
Refuse left on the sand. Metal plate.
A label with the name Las Zarpas.
Okay. We're not gonna just gonna ignore that. Okay. This looks like there should be something over here, but I guess not. I want to read my archives.
My search should be focused upon the name Las Zarpas. My search should be... My search... My... My search should be focused upon the... My search...
A study in Scarlet.
My search should be focused... My search should be focused upon the name Las Zarpas.
A picture of Dorian Gray. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I have no idea.
My search...
Das Kapital. Das Zarpas. The Las Zarpas emerges are leaders in heavy goods transportation. The Las Zarpas label belongs to the Mexican consortium Caracal, who cover shipping, electricity services, and mining. Electricity services. Okay. The Mexicans had recently utilized barges at the lake, probably to transport something very heavy. Let's go back to Doncaster, see if we can use the telegraph machine there. And then also find the Mexican.
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No.
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
De Chile. Wrinkles. Okay. Smart clothes. Strong build. Expensive cigar. Martial arts. Just by looking at his wrists.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
Because white people think all the brown people are interchangeable?
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros. Where did you arrive yesterday? They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
It's like, fuck off.
Not a very friendly man, and he is lying. He said that he just arrived, but we know that he's been here for several days.
Mm-hmm. Judging by the expensive brand of this man's cigars and the clothes that he wears, we may conclude that he is financially wealthy. The strong smell of tobacco surrounds him, and his breathing is harsh, indicating that he has been smoking heavily for the past few days. The backs of his hands are red and calloused, a sign of a man who is well practiced in the martial arts. Sometime later.
I asked Mycroft to find out some information on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
There are two companies, the Chilean Barcazas and the Mexican Caracal. Both wanted to purchase the WEA coal mines. The Mexican Caracal consortium has established an initial deal and had prepared all the papers. However, the Chilean Barcazas, a group aided by their influential connections, managed to snatch the concluding deal for the mines. Mexicans held no grudge against the Chileans. Business is business, after all. Is that true? Mexicans are angry. The Mexican Caracal Company held a grudge against the Chilean Barracazes group, as the Chileans were favored for purchasing the WEA coal mines, despite the Mexicans' preliminary sales contract. Mexican trap. The Mexicans organized the Chileans stay on the train. That is why the controller removed all of the passengers except for the Chileans. Mexicans sealed in Chileans. It was carefully planned murder. The Mexicans killed the Chileans and sealed the train underneath the collapsed mines to hide their crime. We don't know either of these for sure, do we? There is more evidence for the Chileans attacking, or the Mexicans attacking the Chileans, than there is for the dude doing a scam. Train has been sunk in the flooded quarry. Mexicans drowned the Chileans. It was carefully planned murder. The Mexicans killed the Chileans and sank the train in a flooded quarry to hide their crime. The Mexicans' inhumanity towards the Chileans has cost many lives. We must act quickly, contract Estrada, and allow the police to perform their loud and swift justice, even at the risk of international conflict.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble. But it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. Our other option is the local constabulary, and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. All the same, I think that I prefer the forces methods. It would be better to resolve the case quickly and efficiently, without any talk of politics.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
No, I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barcazas Company directors were drowned in the flooded quarry, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dive into the lake.
You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading home. May we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away, but... Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through, then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
He's like...
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Yeah, you're in trouble, my dude. Sometime later. Oh no! Watson's menacing face.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Yeah! Go, Watson!
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You still basically are.
You'll be up before the judge.
You should really get out of here.
Of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Can you teach me?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
Fair. Hey. Great. Hey, next one up, Bloodbath. That'll be fun, but we will save that for next time. Nope, stop. So, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you're having fun with this too. And we'll play this next week. Enjoy your Thanksgiving or whatever you're up to. I'm going to get out of here and get back to my crafts. Bye, everybody.
Lights they flicker and the candles glitter like you're in a thriller. Heart goes pum pum pum. Ghostly figures they can get so bitter. Sure you want to until you can turn back. You don't know where I've been. What's going on inside? Where the monsters like to come alive, come alive. Do you really wanna know me? I'm really not that cozy. It's up to you, so you decide. You decide. Would you love me at my worst till the coffin's in the dirt? Try to break me like a curse. You know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd. I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted